Look, I think we need Aboriginal people and Torres Strait Islander people in schools. I think they are role models. I think they are future leaders. It's about showing our children that they can be in a school space and that there is a nurturing of them and a caring of them in regards to their Aboriginal identity and also their knowledge systems.
I hope to be maybe a director of an early childhood setting and indigenising strategies across the early childhood framework.
My mother was my big inspiration. She did adult education and taught at TAFE, teaching Aboriginal education, and that inspired me to do something more with my life, and so I chose to become a teacher.
As an Aboriginal teacher, you can be a leader as well within your community and within the school as well, and you actually, as a teacher, have that ability to have a very powerful voice within that community and be able to help shape that school environment and that community in a way that is more, friendly and, culturally safe for Indigenous students.
You do have a lot of power in the classroom and what you say and do and teach, and just knowing that you're an agent for change is a special thing.
There's lots of benefits. One, the consistent paycheck. That's really good benefit. Holidays, another good benefit. But probably the biggest benefit is turning up to work every day somewhere that you enjoy being, seeing children learning, having fun, and as I said, every day is different. You learn something new every day.
I obviously want to go out and teach straight away. I was thinking maybe rural communities, so where they don't have as rich access to schools, or maybe even if there might not be Indigenous teachers.
We have a philosophy of high achievement and also high aspiration for all students, and most specifically Aboriginal students.
In our sector we have over 500 Aboriginal students enrolled at the moment, and that's across probably about 55 schools. It's really important that those students can actually come in contact with Aboriginal teachers.
I've worked as an Aboriginal ed worker since I was 18. I still do that job. I found working with these kids made me then look at myself and where I was going, and realising that you can make a difference in your community just by spending a few hours with somebody.
Some of the challenges for us, and I think Aboriginal trained, Torres Strait Islander trained teacher education specialists have a role in thinking through that, because it's probably my final point on this, the really thinking about how do we bring knowledge transmission across generations for Aboriginal communities is absolutely vital to our future.
I think that my best experience was kind of also my worst experience. I had my Indigenous coordinator at my school sort of said to me, "Oh, come on Amy, let's just get your SACE and we're not going to sort of aim for anything more." But I sort of said to him, hang on, I want to be a teacher. I've already mapped out all the lessons that I need to do. I've already worked out the uni that I want to go to, and just to sort of prove to that one teacher that I had a lot more going for me than they sort of expected was just a really great feeling as well.
More than half of the Indigenous students that come into education are not direct school leavers. Probably closer to 2/3 of them come to us from other life backgrounds.
I'm only a part-time uni student, so it's going to take me a lot longer than other students. I mean, the reason being that as I work full-time, then I've actually taken guardianship of my 3 little cousins. So I've got that full-time, and then work, I play rugby, that's my own social thing so I don't go mad.
Yeah.
And then uni, so it's just balancing all those.
Yeah.
And then my sister helps a great deal with that, so we've managed pretty good.
The thing I like about my job as a teacher, that I can walk out of there and become a community member, but that's too, and I can be a community member. I can be a sister, an auntie, a mother, a grandmother, I can be all of those things. But when I walk into that classroom, I'm actually a teacher, I'm actually an educator. But everything that makes me that educator is what I take into that classroom.
Once you make the commitment to teaching, it is quite intensive. You may think you're only there working from 9 till 3 and you have all of these school holidays. Well, yes, that's true, but you actually do quite a lot of work outside hours. And so if you know that you can put in that effort and energy to actually contribute something really important to the nation, and that's educating everybody's children, then, and not necessarily be seen or praised for it as well, then I think you should take on a teaching career.
One message that you could leave behind and sort of pass on to people it would have to be, education has to come first, whether that's in high school, primary school, and then when you get to uni, it sets yourself up for life. And playing footy, it gives you a head start, but then once you finish, that's it. You're back to ground zero. And